Hello, Cardinals. We're going to be talking about investigation 1.2 and 1.3 today. Our focus question is still, what do you know about weather and climate? And we do have a word of the day, and that is inflatable, and that is able to be filled with air. We'll be using an inflatable globe during today's lessons. For investigation 1.2, the two objectives that we're focusing on are number 5 and 6. We're going to be creating our KWL charts and learning about the history and technology scientists use to gather images of Earth from space. And for 8.2, we're going to be using a inflatable globe. You can see that off to the top right. And we're going to be using a flat world map, which is black and white, you can see in front of you. We'll also be using some small dots, colored dots, to represent where different natural events in the world might occur. So you can see those dots on the bottom side of that. So just if you're absent, this gives you an idea as to what we're going to be using in class for this investigation. So this globe and world map are going to be used to be recording your ideas about weather and climate events on the student sheet called Where on Earth, and you're going to be completing that on your own. We're going to be using an inflatable globe and looking at that carefully and discussing observations. And you're going to be answering questions in your science notebook for number 3, things about how might a globe be used to learn more about the concepts we're going to be discussing, and what sort of weather processes would be better observed using a globe versus a flat map. So we're going to kind of compare and contrast why you'd use a globe versus a flat map to study weather. There's a few more questions that you need to answer based on the globe, shape of the globe. Do you think that all parts of the Earth are heated evenly? Given how air tends to move when temperature changes, how might that affect air movement for C? And then predicting what kind of weather you'd find in different parts of the globe. So this is all activating prior knowledge. So you have a weather and climate world map. That's that flat black and white map. And you're recording your map number in your science notebook. You can use the same map for the entire unit. We're going to be revisiting this map over and over again. And you're going to be talking about the map and how the scale of the map is different than the globe, and what weather processes could be used on a flat map versus a globe better. And then you're going to be getting a set of multicolored dots. As a group, you're going to use the dots to indicate on the world map where you think major atmospheric events and oceanic processes would be occurring. So you have orange dots for tornadoes, green dots for hurricanes, red dots for floods, and yellow dots for melting ice. And then you have 2 more questions to answer in your notebook for 1.2, just kind of tying it all together. After you're done with 1.2, you're going to be moving on to 1.3 today. 1.3, even though in the book it says we're going to be making a poster in a KWL, we're going to be using a Google spreadsheet that we're going to revisit over and over again. So that spreadsheet is going to look something like this. You're going to have a space for your group to write in the what you already know and what you want to know about 8 different topics. So, for example, topic 1 is the warming of Earth's surface, and on the bottom you can kind of go through all the different topics. So one person in your group is going to record all of your thoughts for the K's and W's for all 8 different topics, and then you will be revisiting this individually after each lesson. You're going to be revisiting this individually and making your own changes and modifications to that. So back to the slideshow here. So even though the book says it's a KWL on paper, we're going to be trying this electronically. And you should all know how to do KWLs. Everything you know goes in the K column. What you want to know goes in the W. And eventually, we're going to revisit this column L and list what you've learned. You're going to use colors. I already got that prepared for you with the different colors for the different lab groups. And then you just have to do all 8 different topics. So your to-do list for today is to get investigation 1.2 done, looking at the globe and the world map and answering a lot of questions, kind of activating some prior knowledge about maps and about weather. And then 1.3, using a globe and world map, filling out that KWL chart. We will not be doing the lesson 1 reflection tomorrow. We'll be doing lesson 2 getting started. So with any time you have left at the end of the day, you could read lesson 2 getting started. Have a great day, Cardinals. Let us know if you have any questions.